Hi everyone, my name is Becca and I'm the manager of gallery activities at Cincinnati Museum Center. Today I brought an activity that you might remember from the Cincinnati History Museum, a program called Wilderness Tracking. The city, eventually known as Cincinnati, was founded in 1788, but they didn't exactly have Kroger back then. So Ohio's early residents had to rely on other ways to find their food. But don't forget that there were people living here long before then. Going all the way back to 12 to 13,000 BCE, the Paleo Indians lived a hunter-gatherer way of life. Even as farming practices and sedentary lifestyles were gradually adopted, animals were still heavily relied upon. Tribes who later called this territory their home included the Miami, the Shawnee, and the Delaware, but there were many more. And tracking animals not only provided them with food, but also clothing and other very valuable trade items. Animal evidence includes footprints and scat, as well as disturbances to the foliage. I can't say that word, you guys. Foliage. Thank you, as well as trampled ground. Learning how to identify all of these signs, though, takes a lot of training and practice. So for today, I just wanted to play a fun game using some paw prints I have here. And in addition to some of the clues I'm going to give you, you can refer to the paw prints to try to figure out which animal I'm talking about. Are you ready? Here's animal number 1.
I am usually nocturnal, which means I'm active at night, but can also be crepuscular, which means I like to eat right before the sun comes up or after it sets. I am a very good runner. I can run up to 30 miles per hour. The white parts of my fur around my face, belly, and tail help give me my name. Who am I? If you need a little help, your options are raccoon, deer, beaver, or possum. If you guessed the white-tailed deer, you're right. This was a primary source of meat for early residents of the region. Its hide was often used for clothing, and other parts were useful for making a variety of objects. Animal number 2. I can be found in different states and even continents, meaning I can survive in all kinds of climates and habitats. The protections of my species, thanks to the Endangered Species Act, has allowed us to continue supporting ecosystems through our role as a hunter. You might know me by my howl, which is one way I communicate. Do you know who I am? If you need a little help, you might recognize the shape of the paw because it's closely related to an animal found as a pet in a lot of homes. This one is the gray wolf. Wolves were hunted for food or for their fur, but they usually weren't the first preference. As predators, they were often competition with residents for meat sources and could be dangerous in packs. Still, wolves were revered in many American Indian cultures. Our next animal. I am the largest rodent in North America. My incredibly strong teeth help me be a herbivore, allowing me to eat my favorite plants and even trees. I am semi-aquatic, spending part of my time on land and part of my time in fresh water. Do you know who I am? If you need a little help, your options are otter, squirrel, porcupine, or beaver. The animal you're looking for is the beaver. One of the most sought-after pelts due to its water-resistant nature, beaver fur was also warm, soft, and durable. Pursuit of new trapping grounds greatly contributed to territory expansion. The competition for fur brought people together through trade, but also led to a lot of conflict. Last animal. I have a few things in common with the beaver, including my large teeth for gnawing my favorite foods. I am also considered a rodent. Being nocturnal, I don't have great eyesight, but I do have a great sense of smell. This digit on my hind foot helps me climb trees. I am also a good swimmer. Do you know who I am? If you need a little help, you might also find these quills when looking for this animal. Having around 30,000 quills on their body, they help with defense and easily detach when they come into contact with a predator. This is one of my favorite animals, the North American porcupine. These quills were popular trade items used for making weapons and for decoration. They weren't preferred for food, but some thought that porcupines had medicinal value. However, their primary habitat was not in the Ohio Territory.
Great job matching, you guys. You can easily recreate this game at home. We get our fake furs and our paw prints from sites like Acorn Naturalists. However, you can also just find all kinds of things around your house to use instead.
For a different idea, I glued some cutout pieces on sponges.
For the person you're playing with, you can use pictures, or you can make it harder by giving them multiple choice options. When you pick your clues, it can be things like what color their fur is, where they live, how they move, or what they like to eat. Animal tracking continues today for all kinds of reasons. If you want to continue learning, you could research some of those methods, or you could continue our trip back in time and dig up, thank you, some other early practices like how clothing used to be made. There's also a large number of plants and animals that are considered endangered, so you could continue to learn more about them and how we can help protect them, as well as the places they call home. I hope you had fun playing with me today. For more activities and lesson plans, make sure you continue following us on social media as well as at cincymuseum.org. My team and I look forward to seeing you when Cincinnati Museum Center reopens. We are a nonprofit and we do rely on ticket sales to operate, which unfortunately isn't possible right now. If you're enjoying videos like these, I hope you'll consider supporting us at cincymuseum.org. See you next time.